T.Y Hilton's amassed nearly 9,000 yards receiving, 8 seasons in the NFL, but 30-year-old Colts star is entering the final year of a 5-year, $65 million deal. This week, the 5-time Pro Bowler spoke with reporters about his contract situation.
I mean, I want to be a Colt for life, but it takes two sides. It's up to Mr. Irsay and Chris, to get the job done. So for me, I want to be a Colt, so you heard it from me.
Okay, so Hilton also told The Athletic that his next contract will be his final one. Inbounds, out of bounds. Hilton can still be a top 10 receiver in the NFL.
I'm going to say inbounds to that, BT, but only if he stays healthy and only if this offense starts clicking with whichever one of these quarterbacks they decide on. It's a big if. I'm inclined to say no to this. I'm going to say inbounds because the potential is always there for that kid. He's just been hurt so much over the last couple of years. So inbounds, but man, it's a really slight inbounds.
I'm going to say out of bounds. If this is a year ago, it would have been inbounds. But between the physical attrition, he missed 5 games with the calf.
Yep,
the calf issue, which lingered.
Soft tissue.
Yep, for a speed guy, he ran a 4.3 something at the combine. He's a burner. That's a little problematic. So between that and then the emergence of some guys that are slowly ascending, I think he's getting squeezed out of the top 10. Not to mention, you got Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Evans. Maybe Cooper's on the back end of that top 10, maybe. Parker was really good a year ago. Beckham's immensely talented. Landry's very talented. DJ Moore is starting to pop. I'm a big Keenan Allen guy. The Cheetah, A.J. Brown was phenomenal. So I look around and I just don't see where, and I left off probably 5 or 6 guys who are still really
Mike
good.
Evans and Chris Godwin.
No, I said Evans, but I left Godwin. I did say Evans. Yeah, Godwin's another one. I mean, if what he did a year ago, is that a little glimpse of the next 3, 4, 5 years? Probably is. The kid's immensely gifted. So I say out of bounds. He's on the he's still in, and he's not a touchdown guy. That's the other thing. He's only averaged right around 6 touchdowns a year. He doesn't really get to pay dirt too often. So I'm going to say out of bounds. All right, T. So in one of the wildest stories in recent NFL memory, this is insane. Giants second-year starting cornerback Deandre Baker is wanted by the police, along with Seahawks defensive back Quinton Dunbar, for armed robbery and assault. So allegedly, Baker, who's a 2019 first-round draft pick out of Georgia, flipped over a table at a party, then took out a gun while Dunbar and a masked third man collected cash and valuables before speeding away in a Lamborghini, a BMW, and a Mercedes. Also, this is not written in the script, but I read this and I heard this today, that there are reports, not fully substantiated, but reports that Baker implored one of the other guys to shoot at that point. So there's a lot of this is not good for the Giants and much worse for DeAndre Baker. So Baker had a gun according to the one witness. Others say he didn't, which would significantly alter the charges and jail time clearly. So the Giants and Seahawks should let the legal process play out before deciding to keep or release Baker and Dunbar.
Yeah, this is a complicated question, BT, because the legal process obviously needs to play out, but we know the NFL doesn't operate that way. And so the decision on whether to release or not, it's mute. So I'm almost deferring to neither on this one. What they need to do, just as a separate conversation, is indefinitely suspend them for conduct detrimental. Obviously, the commissioner will put him on the exempt list until they do their process and pull this out. And ultimately, if any of this is true, then they'll immediately be released. So it's neither in nor out for me, BT. They just need to suspend them pending an investigation.
Well, I'll say it. Out. Get out. Get out. Take your stuff. Peace. Later. The Giants, I can't speak so much to Dunbar, but obviously the same would apply. But at least, what Gettleman talked about in terms of culture. He moved up to get DeAndre Baker. That doesn't look good. He popped a little bit at the end. Early on, he was completely lost as a player. The word on the street, very lazy, not very smart in terms of, football smart. The playbook and being a diligent pro. There's just a lot of smoke around DeAndre Baker right now for a team with a new coach and a new era of positivity. I can't have that in the building. He's got to go. Let's do this. The NBA discusses a shortened season as they do that, Teak. Many players will take reduced salaries whenever games start back up. However, how about this? This is going to bother fans. 6 of the top 10 earners, including LeBron, Steph, KD, Paul George, John Wall, who didn't dribble the ball once this year, and Blake Griffin, have already received their salaries in full and will actually owe the NBA money. All right. Apparently, some NBA stars work out deals to receive lump sums of their salaries earlier in the year rather than every 2 weeks during the season. A little quirk that a lot of people didn't know. In or out, allowing top stars to receive their full salaries early in the year and having a little financial incentive later is in or out.
I'm going to say out of bounds just because of how the question is written, because the financial incentive doesn't matter. The guaranteed contracts in the NBA mean that you're getting every dime. This is all about the future value of money. You know, when you're owed a certain amount and you allow whoever owes it to you to hold it, they can earn money on that money. They give it to you, then you can earn money on that money. And so it's all, to me, it's a future value thing. It has nothing to do with incentives. So I'm going to say out of bounds to that.
No, I understand that, but I mean, is the concept of investing, is this a new concept? I mean,
no,
this is the way it works. I mean, so how come you and I aren't asking for every penny in our contract?
Because
you get paid every couple weeks.
We don't have the leverage to do so.
I'm getting tired of hearing about the leverage of NBA players, to be honest with you.
BT, trust me, I 100% agree. 35 to 50 million guaranteed. Some of these guys, man. I agree.
Listen, every time this nonsense pops up, and I hear you, it's always like, now, listen, they've got leverage. Well, I mean, they've got too much leverage. They're still employees at the end of the day. Granted, very talented and very, in the sports sphere, important ones in terms of earning power. But first of all, it's a bad look for the other guys on the team. It's not consistent. So to me, this was an easy out of bounds. And again, the incentive is not why I say out of bounds. These guys are motivated. I mean, the players I just mentioned, they're coming to play, especially, LeBron and Curry. And was Kawhi on that? I think Kawhi. No, Kevin Durant, all the guys. They want to win. They want to do the right thing. They want to represent themselves well, and they want to try to earn that money. But, there's nothing wrong with a normal, conventional pay scale, whether it's weekly, whether it's every other week, depending upon what your company sets up. To have this for 10 guys is just a bad look, PR look. It looks bad. I don't like it.